So today we're showing you LEGO Indiana Jones 2, The Adventure Continues, the sequel to one of the best-selling games of last year. And we're super excited to have this game here today because I think, as you'll see, this is a true, legitimate sequel. It's busting at the seams. It's all the things you'd expect and love in a LEGO Indiana Jones adventure. You know, the adventure, the LEGO customization, the tongue-in-cheek aspect of the game. But it's so much more. You know, we've taken all the aspects of the original game and brought those original adventures back to the sequel, but we're retelling them in a whole new way. So you won't be replaying any of the old adventures. Things that weren't playable in the first game will now be completely playable. So just on the fact that the original adventures are in there, it's a whole new game, because again, that's completely retold content. In addition, it has, of course, all your favorite moments from Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. And my personal favorite aspect of the game is a brand new builder, which is going to allow you to literally create and play your own levels. So what we're looking at right now is one of the new aspects of the game, the hub features. You know, in the original game, people loved the hubs so much, but there was only one. We found people actually, some of them didn't even want to play the game, they just stayed in the hub. So we wanted to enlarge and sort of deepen that content. So now we have 6 hubs in the game. We have 3 for the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and we have 1 for each of the original movies. In addition, each hub has 5 levels, and there's so much more to do in those hubs. You'll find now the hubs have their own objectives, their own vehicles, so you can really spend a lot of time exploring. And as you see here, Matt, as he's going around, you can see how rich the environments are. So one of the great new aspects of the game we like to highlight in the hub, but obviously is used anywhere in the game, including the builder, is the new split screen. You know, in the original game, you were sort of tethered to the person you were playing with, which was a little limiting because you had to do what your other player was doing. Now we have a legitimate split screen, which allows you to go and explore on your own, do whatever you want, and then seamlessly integrate back into the same screen when you come together, as you can see Matt doing here. So that's a feature I know a lot of people are really excited about. In addition, just to highlight how much there is to do in the hubs, we're going to have Matt jump into one of the new vehicles in the game, which is the plane. There's all sorts of new vehicles in LEGO Indy 2. We've got boats and planes and motorcycles and scooters and, you name it, they're now in the game. Camels even. You got to ride a camel. So you can see as he's flying around in the plane just how deep and expansive these hubs are. Again, there's 6 in the game, 5 levels in each hub, so you can imagine so much to do in the game. We're going to have Matt jump out there, get his little parachute going. And now what we want to do is we're going to show you some of that new original content from Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. So I mentioned we have all the adventures from the original 3 movies, but again, completely retold, so you're able to play them totally differently. But in addition, of course, we have all your favorite moments and favorite characters from Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Here we find ourselves in one of the very familiar locations from the movie, and that's the diner here on Main Street. And what Matt's doing now is highlighting some of the new features and abilities you're able to do with the whip. Remember, in the first game, you were only able to target whoever was closest to you. In the sequel, LEGO Indy 2, you're able to target anybody you want with the whip. In addition, as you can see, Matt's able to take his whip, round up his enemies, tie them up, throw them over his shoulder, use them as a tool if he wants in solving a puzzle. Or sometimes it's just fun to drag them around a little bit. So finally, we want to show you a bit of the builder. It's a feature that I think when you think of LEGO, immediately comes to mind, building. And we've always had building in LEGO games, but not quite like you've seen here or you're about to see. We have a true LEGO builder now, which is allow you to really build as much or as little of the game as you want. So it's important to notice that right now, Matt has a completely barren landscape. He's able to set his parameters to decide how big a space he wants to build from. But he doesn't have to build from scratch like he does now, or like he's about to do. He can take a pre-populated map and just change, a couple things. Maybe he wants to add a tree or a lake or a pool of lava. He can do that. Or he can do what he has here, which is a completely open environment, which he's able to use what we call our alien landscaper here to literally change the terrain, make cliffs, make hills, make a lake with water. If he wanted to, he could fill that lake with lava. He can set traps for his enemies, so he can literally build as much as he wants. Here are those familiar Lego plates we all had as a kid, which he's able to place down. And again, even with these, he can use completely empty ones, whereas you can see he can use some that are pre-populated as well. Now, he can place down enemies, he can set traps for his friends, he can do whatever he wants in the builder mode. Then when he goes back into play mode, this level is going to come to life just like it is one of the levels from the game. So if you think about all the content that's in the game and then the ability to create your own content, build your own levels, the possibilities are really endless in what you're able to do with LEGO Indy 2. The game comes out this fall. We're really excited about it. I hope you are too. And thanks for watching.